All right, good morning, everyone. This is Andrew Kren with the Weather Service in Raleigh. We'll go ahead and get started here. So we'll have the weekly briefing that's going to cover the period from today, January 2nd, 2025, through next Wednesday, January 8th. And we have a lot to talk about, so we'll go ahead and get into it. So largely, key points. Going to be quiet today, at least for the first half of tomorrow. We got cool high pressure over the area, and that's going to favor near normal temperatures the rest of today and tonight. Tomorrow, there's a strong cold front that's going to move through, primarily Friday night. It's going to get gusty along and behind that front, and there could be a couple showers, mainly north and east of Raleigh, maybe more towards like Roanoke Rapids. That's not going to be no big deal or anything. But with the gusty winds and the colder air moving in, we will see wind chills tomorrow night as low as the lower teens. So it will feel much colder than it has been. And then attention will turn to a storm system Sunday night into Monday. I'll talk more about that later, but the system has trended more towards mainly a rain event, but there still is a non-zero chance that there could be some brief freezing rain, with the best chance kind of over the northwest Piedmont. And then we turn dry and cold Tuesday and Wednesday, with highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. There's potentially another system late next week, or middle to late next week, but there's way too much uncertainty to mention really anything more than just saying that there could be something. So really just cold and dry, at least after that system on Monday. We don't have any severe weather to speak of the next several days and through the middle of next week. So nothing to speak of there. This is the accumulated precipitation through the next 5 days. So again, we're dry today, mostly dry tomorrow. You know, there could be a couple scattered showers, maybe a couple sprinkles tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening hours, mainly across the northern coastal plain of central North Carolina, dry on Saturday, and then we'll start to get precipitation building in Sunday night and into at least half of Monday. In terms of the 5-day totals, with that Sunday to Monday event, anywhere from basically a quarter to maybe a half an inch, with the half an inch kind of closer to the North Carolina, Virginia border. So let's go into, kind of the potential impacts in terms of any kind of wintry weather with the system. So this is a graphic that is showing our freezing rain probability for some of the select cities as you go from north to south. So we have Winston-Salem in there and also Roxborough and Person County. Those are in yellow and purple. And then going towards kind of the triangle area, we have Raleigh-Durham there, that's highlighted in red. And then we have Southern Pines, kind of a little bit kind of close to where Raleigh is, but a little south and west. And then the furthest south we have right here is Fayetteville. What you're looking at here is basically the x-axis showing you time going from Sunday late afternoon through Monday late in the day. And then the y-axis basically showing you the percent chance of freezing rain in a 6-hour window. The potential for that being greater than 1/100th of an inch of freezing rain. The highest chance of any freezing rain is going to be across the northwest Piedmont. As you can see, the highest chances are in Roxborough to Winston-Salem, the Triad, northern northwest Piedmont areas. That probability, based on a huge, large suite of guidance that we look at, is kind of around 40%, and that kind of maximizes early Monday morning. And then that potential starts to wane as we get into mid to late morning on Monday, and especially by the afternoon. So all in all, there is a non-zero chance of some brief freezing rain Sunday night into Monday morning. the chances are highest over the tri-end, where temperatures will likely be kind of closer to that 32-degree temperature. Uncertainty still remains high, so I would recommend just continue to check back for updates. I will say that, you know, it does appear that the models have been trending kind of on the warmer side. So if anything, it looks like maybe this would be a brief period. And obviously Monday we have schools coming back. So that's probably a concern for some of you. But that's kind of the latest details that I can give you right now. I don't think this is really going to be a snow threat at all. It's just going to be potentially, as it looks right now, it could change for sure, but it looks like it could be brief freezing rain that would eventually transition over to rain, because we'll have warm air eventually moving in with the system tracking largely to our north. If you have questions, I can certainly take those as we go towards the end of this briefing. Excessive rainfall outlook, nothing expected for the next 3 days. And then we do have a drought update from the last couple days that was released on the 31st of December. We did see that the main takeaway is that they had about 2 inches of rain across the Blue Ridge. So the abnormally dry conditions kind of over the mountains has largely trended back towards near normal. So that has largely eroded the drought in the western part of the state. But we still have abnormally dry conditions over most of central North Carolina, and we have D1 moderate drought across basically along the coast and some areas of the Sandhills and the coastal plain. 8 to 14 day outlook. So I did talk about getting colder towards the middle of next week. And as we go even kind of beyond that, 8 to 14 day period kind of covers January 9th through the 15th. Pretty high probability that we're going to see below normal temperatures. And as it looks right now, precipitation wise, largely near to slightly below normal. Our graphical hazardous weather outlook kind of shows that limited or slight chance of some freezing rain Sunday night, Monday morning, as I talked about earlier. There is also some yellow highlight for fire weather. We don't really see a major concern there because temperatures on Saturday are going to be pretty chilly, so that any kind of fire concerns will probably be minimal at best, even though it will be kind of gusty and relatively dry. All right, so weather summary. Quiet today with near normal temperatures. We got that strong cold front moving through tomorrow. A few showers are possible with the front, but main thing is going to be, you know, colder tomorrow night with wind chills in the lower teens. Friday night, early Saturday morning. Storm system approaches Sunday night into Monday. There's a chance for some brief freezing rain over the northwest Piedmont Monday morning. Don't expect any major impacts at this point, but things could change. And we turn cold and dry next Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. So looks colder in the extended period, but right now looks also dry. So I will